This is Alex Mikus from protonerds.com. Welcome to my Proto.io series of video tutorials. This is How to Use Fade and Hide to Add Polish to Your Prototype. Part 2. How to Fade out an item when it is tapped. In Part 1 of this video tutorial series, I demonstrated how you can make a tooltip fade in when a screen initially loads. Please watch that video if you want to learn how to do that. This time I'll show you how to make the very same tooltip vanish when the user taps on it. Often you'll have various screen elements such as tooltips that give useful information about your app to the user. These can be in the form of tooltips or other graphic elements. When the user is done reading the tooltip, it's a good practice to make that tooltip vanish to keep the screen as clutter-free as possible. We could have the tooltip vanish instantly, but that would look jarring and amateurish. Having the tooltip fade out takes a bit more time to script, but it will look far more professional and polished. Here's a perfect example of a tablet prototype that I created that has a tooltip that relays useful instructions to the user. In this case, I have a tooltip that informs the user that they can tap on any room in the house to reveal the rooms inside. Notice when I tap on it, the tooltip vanishes. Let's get started with Tutorial 2, How to Fade out an item when tapped. You'll notice I'm using the exact same project that we used in Part 1 of this tutorial. To make the tooltip fade out when it is tapped, we need to create an interaction that is triggered by tapping on the tooltip itself. Since the opacity of the tooltip has been set to 0 in the previous tutorial, it's not visible on the screen currently. We can select the tooltip by remembering its position on the screen and tapping on it. Here's a Proto.io pro tip. You can select any item, even hard to target hidden items, by finding that item on the left-hand browser and clicking on it. That's why it's a good idea to name all of your items. Now that the tooltip properties box is showing, we need to select the Interactions tab and click on Add Interaction. Let's name the interaction Fade Tooltip when tapped. For the trigger, we select Tap. For the action, we select Animate Item. We keep the screen value on Screen 1, and the item is of course the tooltip. For animation, we select Fade Item. We keep the rest of the default values, which are Fade to should be 0, easing is linear, duration is 400 milliseconds, and delay is set to no delay. Click on the Save Interaction button. To preview the project, go to the upper right-hand corner and click on Save Project, followed by clicking on the Preview button. As expected, we see that the tooltip is still fading in as the screen loads due to our scripting in Tutorial 1. Now let's test our scripting by tapping on the tooltip. The tooltip has faded out just as we planned it. Congratulations! Now you know how to make a tooltip or any other item fade out when tapped in Proto.io. Thank you for watching, and make sure to check out our next Proto.io tutorial video, Part 3, How to Fade out an item when you interact with another item. Also, if you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. For help or advice with your Proto.io project, we are available for hire at protonerds.com.